So at the start of June, I started to have severe back pain, real burning in my back, numerous trips to A&E. They diagnosed first of all kidney stones, severe urine infection, bladder infections, and then this continued on. The pain was excruciating. I just wasn't getting any ease at all. I was getting no let up. Couldn't make it to work. Couldn't go out with friends. Couldn't do anything with my boys. Just knew that something wasn't right. I knew myself that something wasn't right. And then in July this year, I went to A&E and they admitted me, and that's when they discovered I had pancreatic cancer. They needed to do further tests on me. I needed to have an MRI, I needed to have a biopsy to establish to determine how severe the cancer was. That was done, and then I was told that my cancer had actually spread to my liver. There was 5 lesions on my liver, so that's when I was told that my diagnosis was terminal. I was told that I had 6 to 12 months to live and that I should go home and make memories with my boys. So that I was in shock. I didn't expect it for a minute. I expected, yeah, cancer, okay, we can deal with that and we'll get chemotherapy. Not for 1 minute did I ever imagine that they were going to tell me the words terminal. My immediate reaction went straight to my boys, just to think, they're only 14 and 10, and to imagine, that in a year's time I mightn't be here, that I mightn't be there to see my kids grow up, I mightn't be there to see James leave primary school, I mightn't be there to see Jack go through his GCSEs, see their 18th birthday parties, maybe even see Christmas. I just don't know. But I went into shock. I didn't even shed a tear. I just went into complete shock, and I think I went into very much denial. I didn't believe that this was happening to me. I believed that I had a cancer, but I didn't believe that it could be anything other than terminal. I really didn't. So I've been doing my treatment. I have been doing I have changed my diet to as much as I can sugar free. I'm taking my vitamin C's orally, which is the next best thing to have in the IV. I'm taking cannabis oil as well, because I believe I'm only 42. I have a whole life in front of me. I have 2 young boys that I have to raise. I have to take absolutely every opportunity, everything that's available to me I need to try, because I need to fight. I need to fight to live, and I'm determined to fight. So I won't accept that diagnosis of terminal at all. Well, with me, this family, this isn't our first experience with cancer, unfortunately. In 2008, my youngest son James was diagnosed with medulloblastoma, grade 4. They didn't expect James to survive. It was very, very harsh. It was very severe. The treatment plan that he was on for chemotherapy was horrendous. So in 2008, we've been there before. James then went into remission in 2009 after, a year of fighting so hard. And he was only 2 years of age. He was just to watch your son battle that and to go through all that suffering was horrendous. I think that's why this makes it a bit more easier for me, if that makes sense, because when James was sick, I prayed every day that God would give me his cancer and let him be healthy, let him live. And if this is what it is, if that's God's way of giving James his life and cancer will never affect James, then I'll take cancer all day long. I'll take it so that none of my kids have to suffer like that. So now we've had James with cancer, we now have me. So now my parents are having to endure watching me suffer. You're getting me on a particularly good day today. I haven't had many good days, where there's been lots of tears and tantrums, and my mum and dad, they're the ones that are there right by my side throughout it, and without them, I actually don't think I could manage or would survive without my mum and dad. They've been absolutely fantastic. Then I have my 2 boys, they're with their dad, they're in the care of their dad at the moment, because at the moment I'm finding it difficult to look after myself, let alone look after the 2 boys. So I miss them greatly. I get to see them all the time, they're only 2 minutes from me. But knowing that I'm not there to be the parent in the house with them, to get them up in the mornings, to get them ready for school, to make their dinner for them coming home from school, to sort out their tantrums and their tiffs that they have, that's my job, and I should be there. And that's when I get angry, and I get angry with cancer, because cancer's denying me that. It's denying me that time with my kids. It already took a year of James's life, and now it's claiming one of mine. And I am angry about that. The options that I have was to go for the treatment here, which I'm doing. I'm taking the chemotherapy here, but they had told me that there was no chance of surgery, that they couldn't operate because of the tumour is wrapped around the neck of my pancreas, and they wouldn't operate. So we have researched, and there's a clinic in Germany, and there's also a consultant on Harley Street who operates out of the Princess Grace Hospital, and he has looked at my scans and he has said that the treatment, we need the chemo to shrink the tumour, and if that happens, or not if that happens, when that happens, he will then operate. So that is my options. I'm going to him, I'm going to London, and that's when I spoke to my consultant here, the figure thrown out to me as, well, you're probably going to be talking for private treatment 50,000 to 100,000, and that just blew me away to think of that kind of money. But that's when things all really kicked in, and it just all snowballed, that Aundrea's army all suddenly joined forces and became one. That was my friends, my family, my colleagues, everybody, the travel trade in Northern Ireland, the general public in Northern Ireland, people who I've never met before. People are doing so much for me to raise that money, to get that 100k, and it was a huge goal to get, a huge goal. You can still make donations at the Just Giving page. There's a crowdfunding page just under #Aundrea's Army, where people can make donations. People have been out, they've been fundraising all around the country, all around the UK, as far as even Scotland has been fundraising. For me, Dublin, they made a donation of €10,000 from a travel fund day. My friend Martin, he done a fantastic night in the Stormont Hotel. It raised £19,000. My cousin Darren has been out tirelessly fundraising, doing different things, and he's raised £14,000. Now, they're huge amounts of money, and that's amazing, but that doesn't take it away from the girl who was down the street selling buns and has raised £50. She's as important to me as the other people. All of this money adds up, and all of that money has added up, and we've now hit the goal of £100,000. I just cannot believe that has happened in this amount of time. That has been done in 8 to 10 weeks. I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I just can't thank you enough. I'm totally overwhelmed by the support of everybody. You've now done your bit. #Aundrea's Army has been fantastic. They've done their bit, and now it's down to me. And I can say, when the consultant told me I had 6 to 12 months to live, he just saw a name on a piece of paper. He doesn't know me, and he doesn't know how determined I am, how hard I'm going to fight, and I am so determined to win this fight. I really am.